Then I fell down. Couldn't believe it until I stood up 10 toes behind Jesus.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on 10 Toes Behind Jesus podcast. My name is Britley, and this video is for the singles in the Christian community that are seeking marriage, seeking desire marriage, whatever you want to say. There's some things God has been helping me with and dealing with me, and it's been a blessing to me, and I just want to share with you guys some things in hopes that it will help you stay encouraged, for one, because it can be hard. It can be hard. Stay encouraged, stay prayerful, stay focused, and really fulfill the purpose God wants you to fulfill in your singleness. Because when you're married, that's it. Like, that's it. And you don't want to look back and say, man, it's some things when I was single that I really feel like I didn't capitalize on, or, I didn't do what needed to be done, spiritually. So, and even you can take other spirit naturally, some things that you can only do when you're single. So yeah, when you realize how valuable you are, and when you realize how important you are to God, like, you are valuable to God, you are important to God, you are important to his people, you are valuable to the world. When you realize that, you'll realize that you can't just be with anybody. Like, this isn't a process that needs to be rushed. This isn't a process that needs to be taken lightly. Like, this is, forever that we're talking about. And when you think about, and this is a great example that I think can help us, like, understand the seriousness in it. Imagine if you married your ex, or one of your exes, somebody in the past. Like, just imagine your life now, what that would look like. That just shows how serious this thing is, and you don't want to rush it. Because at the time, it probably was good. It probably seemed good, right? Everything was fine, right? But it's now, like, and God sees your future. He sees what you're going to do, what he has called you to do, how you're going to walk into the fulfillment of his promise. Like, he sees that. And so you have to be with someone who complements that, who y'all's ministries align, y'all's purpose aligns. And so it's a reason why you're waiting. It's a reason why this thing has to be orchestrated. You have to let God orchestrate it. That word is a struggle for me. But it's a reason why. And, like, when you think, you're like, man, okay, this does actually make sense. Like, this does make sense. And so, while I know you're praying, like, God, send me my spouse. I'm tired of waiting. I don't want to wait. Boom, boom, boom. Change that to, like, God, make sure everything is right with me. Make sure I'm doing what I need to do. Make sure there is nothing left. There is nothing left in singleness I have to offer. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but there's nothing left there's nothing else I have to offer in singleness. I have fulfilled every single thing you have designed for me to fulfill in this season of my life. And now, according to your will, according to your purpose, I'm ready to go into marriage. You don't want to leave no stone unturned. What is that? No stone unturned or overturned? Yeah. So that's just some of the things, like recently, like this year. And y'all, I'll tell you this, like, when I began to pray for God to give me the strength and the patience to endure, the burden began to feel light. Like, it went from like, man, I feel like I'm miserable. I'm single. It's hard. Like, I feel like I'll be so much better of a person if I was married. Like, all those things, like those thoughts and kind of like aches, like they began to disappear, and God began to strengthen the part of me of like, hey, I need to like buckle down and work on these things that I can while I'm single, because once I'm married, I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, I need to take advantage of this. I have the strength now to do this alone, and I have the strength now to do that alone. Like, this is what God wants for me to learn in this season, and I want to learn all of it. And then, like, for me, I'm always like, man, it's so much stuff that I feel like would be like better if it was me and my spouse. Like I feel like I can't do this alone, or like, I mean, I can, but it wouldn't be as good as long. Like, it would be better with my husband, better with this. And while we're thinking like, I can do this so much better in marriage, or like this will be better in marriage, or I don't want to start this till marriage, well, maybe God wants you to do it alone. Like, maybe this was meant for you to do alone, like to show that, God, I'm not depending on another person to help me out. I'm only depending on you, simply because I only have you to depend on. So that, when God started telling me that, I'm like, okay. Like, it just made me kind of put more things into perspective. And all in all, it has helped the waiting season, the burden feel light. Like, again, it used to be like, man, any day now, like maybe tomorrow, like, the next day I'm even hundreds to, at this point, God, I only want what you want. If it's not time, just help me, give me the peace about it. Like, give me the strength to be able to do about it. Like, take those thoughts away from me, the help me to not complain about it, like all those things, and God will do it. God will do it. So again, for those of you like myself who do want to be married one day, but the struggle is real, it's hard, tired. Hey, it's time to get in that prayer room, that prayer closet, and really ask God, like, what are you showing me? Like what needs to happen in me, with me, fix my mindset if it's wrong. And then just understanding, like, I am so special. I am so valuable. This process is important not to mess up. Like, it can't be, because it's honestly who you get a partner up with, who you marry, like, that can affect your whole life. That can change your whole life in a positive way or a negative way. Like, it just has that much power. And especially like those of you who God has called you to ministry, like any form, any sort, like, you got to be with someone who matches that with you. Like you know what I'm saying? I used to say all the time, like, I don't ever want to be at church like praising God, and then I look beside me and like my partner's just like sitting down on his phone. Like I don't want that to be me. Like, no, I do not want that to be me. So I'm willing to wait however long it takes. I'm willing to trust God and his will and his plan over my life. And it just is what it is. Like, God will give me the peace to endure. God will give me the strength to endure. And I trust that he will. And he's proven his word to be true, what he said. So, yeah, y'all. I know that helped me. I hope it helps somebody else out there. Another thing, like, stop complaining, because you don't ever want God to show you why you need to stop complaining. I'll just leave it at that. You don't ever want him. You don't ever want that moment of, okay, yeah, okay, got you. Won't happen again. You don't want that moment at all. Okay, y'all. Love you guys. Let's chop it up in the comments. Like, what are some things that you are struggling with in your single season? Like, what is it? Is it, some people get, like, it's not like it's jealousy, because they look at other people and it's like, I wish that was me. And I know we don't have like evil intent, like, oh, I want their person, like, not like that. It's just like, I'm jealous, I want that, I want to be married. Like, for some people it's that. Some people, patience, that's the big word. Some people it's faith. It's like a faith, like, we've been single so long, we don't believe that God is gonna fulfill that for us. Like, it could be faith. I'm interested to know, like, out of the Christian single community, like, what is the biggest thing? What is the biggest thing? For me, my mind is just like, I become so like ministry like driven. Like, I I want people to get saved. Like, I gotta make, like, allow God to lead me, and me not just like, be so pushy on people, but just like, so for me, I look at marriage as like, man, together Satan gonna be shook. Like, me and my spouse together, like I want literally like a powerhouse. Like, I want God's glory to be so heavy on us, and people look and be like, man, that, like, I can see the glory. Like, I want to be saved. Like, that's what I want. I want people, like, so that part for me is the hardest, because I feel like, I can't really explain it, but it's just like, man, I'm just like, okay, like, by myself, it's okay, but together. And then reading Ecclesiastes 2 is better than 1. I'm just like, see, 2 is better than 1 type thing. But yeah, I hope this podcast helped somebody. Don't forget to stay 10 toes behind Jesus, because he's 10 toes behind you. See y'all in the next video.